Hello friends and fellow gamers, today we're going to be taking a look at this week's event for Idle Heroes. It seems like just a normal Imps Adventure event and a normal Shelter Mission event, however there is some pretty cool additional rewards added on which makes it probably one of the best value events we've seen in a long time. When it comes to free-to-play players or people that just want to spend a little bit of money and get some great rewards, this looks like a lot of fun. One small thing though is the longer you've been playing the game, the more you can get out of this, which I will explain a little later on. So let's go take a look at this week's event. So every day for logging in, we get our usual 4 dice and 150 gems. This is very standard for an Imps Adventure event. These dice will help you complete Imps Adventure, and the gems will help you purchase additional dice to help push your Imps Adventure that little bit further. And depending on how well your dice rolls are, the rewards you get will be better and better and better. And actually, you get some additional stuff this event from Imps Adventure, which is pretty cool. So I'll claim this, add it to my resources, and we shall go take a look at this week's event. So the first thing that's probably going to strike you is there's only 4 menus. However, there's a lot to talk about. First of all, you get way more dice than you used to for your money. This has gone up to basically 1 dice per 100 VIP you spend. So that's really cool. So dice have gone up in the amount you purchase. Awesome. You get the usual amount of gems, and also you'll get Tulips. And Tulips can be used as part of an additional thing in this event to gain extra resources. And we'll take a look at that a little later on. Imps Adventure is here, pretty standard. What you do here is you roll dice and get lucky, basically. Every time you land on an area, it levels up and gives more resources for the next time you land on it. The only difference is these starry mushroom huts, which give you resources when you pass them. If you land on them, they upgrade, and the goal is to upgrade them as soon as possible so that you can get the maximum amount of stars, which is the resource you get from them, as you pass them. So getting them all to level 3 is ideal. And as you collect stars, you'll move up this progress chart. If you get 80 stars, you'll get 10 heroic summons, as well as 10 hyacinths. If you get to 110, you'll get elite 5-star shots. If you get to 140, you'll get a limited skin selection chest. And this finally includes the Ithaca skin and the Rogan skin, so it's about time they've been added. Thank you, DH Games. In addition, once you get to 170, you'll get a 6-star puppet selection chest, which includes any of the basic faction 6-star puppets here. These can be used to help build your heroes. And if you get to 200, you get a 5-star hero selection chest, which includes every non-light and dark 5-star in the game, except for LOEs. If you get to 230, you get yourself a material selection chest too, which includes one of all of these resources. Basically, you choose. You can either get 100 million gold, you can get 75 million spirit. It's all up to you, and this will vary in value depending on what you want and what stage of the game you're in. Different resources are more important to different players depending on where they are, but generally hero promotion stones are probably the easiest resource to pick in the game, so not really worth going for. However, some endgame players that have wailed and wailed and wailed and wailed may find promotion stones being the one thing after. If that's not you, you probably want to go for one of the other items here. In addition, you can get a light and dark 5-star hero selection chest, which finally includes Forkis for the first time. That's very exciting, and that's because Forkis has finally been added to the Glorious Relics as of last week. And if you get all the way to 300, you get yourself a 9-star puppet selection chest, which is any 9-star puppet that can be used to take a hero to 10-star, or to E1 or E2. Now, the cool thing about this is for free-to-play players, if you just log in every day and you get every dice available, you can very easily get to 200 stars. It has been done. So that means you can get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of these hyacinths without spending anything. And that's important for a little later on. Shelter Mission is also here. This is a way to get these particular 5-star heroes you can see available. If you basically have 4-star heroes of the faction, so here you need warriors, if you have 4 warriors from the Fortress faction, and as well a 5-star hero that you can pop in, you can press submit and it'll give you a copy of Unimax, who is this week's hero available, also some 4-star armor, and most importantly, 5 dice, which can be used in the Imps Adventure to help get stars and make progress. As well as this, there's an option to get Gustin, Oberon, and Cthulhu, and each of these will also give 4-star armor and 5 dice, as well as the hero pictured. Cthulhu is nice as a first E5, Oberon can be used with Twine Cheese teams, but sadly Unimax and Gustin aren't really that relevant in, I don't think, any stage of the game, really. Gustin is a potential support hero, but isn't that great, and Unimax used to be great, but dropped off several months ago. As well, we have Dasmog and Asmodel. Asmodel is interesting if you wanted to build a Transcendence Asmodel and don't have enough Asmodel copies, and Dasmog is just not that great. However, it does cost you also 2,000 gems and 2 copies of either Dark for Dasmog or Light Heroes for Asmodel to pick them up, so do be wary. I don't know if it's necessarily good going after them. Asmodel might be something you need, but that's a decision you've probably already made because you know you want to build a Transcendence Asmodel. But even then, you should probably already have a Queen and a Sword Flash before you consider Asmodel. At least definitely have Queen, because Queen, in my opinion, is the best first Transcendence hero available currently in the game. The final thing we have here is Grey Dwarf's Blessing, and don't be fooled, this is not the usual Grey Dwarf's Blessing. DH Games have changed one little thing, and that's the limit. The limit is now 3 as opposed to 1, so you can do each of these exchanges 3 times. You can turn 4-star gear into 5-star gear, 5-star gear into 6-star gear, and 6-star gear into class-specific gear. And you can go for the Oracle suit for priests, the Minstrel suit for rangers, the War Master suit for warriors, Assassin suit for assassins, and the Weaver's suit for mages. Like we've seen with Soulstones and with artifacts, DH Games are known to power creep equipment by making it that one step further to this pink version. We haven't seen that happen to armor yet, and what this probably suggests is that DH Games are going to take the class armors and take them one step further, which is probably why they've made them more available here, and that you can pick up 3 a month as opposed to 1 a month, and therefore I think DH Games may make this something we have to do a little harder. It's not necessarily something we have to do now, but it's just worth bearing in mind that this Limit 3 could come back to sting us in the backside if DH Games do decide to push armor that one step further. Whether it's next month or several many months away, it's still something to bear in mind. With all that said, the Spring Garden Party is probably the most exciting part of this event. It does otherwise seem like a pretty standard boring event. We just have Shelter Mission, Imps Adventure, and that's it. There's not a lot going on. But to think that, you'd be foolish, because the Spring Party is just awesome. First of all, there's the Spring Blossom, and this is going to reward you for getting Hyacinths and Tulips. The way you get Hyacinths, we first saw, was from Imps Adventure, but you can also pick them up here, in the Spring Assembly. Every time you obtain a 5-star forest hero this event, you'll get one of these Hyacinths, and you can do this up to 50 times. So that means you can get 50 Hyacinths by summoning 50 5-star forest heroes. Now that sounds like quite an ordeal for people, but for a lot of established players that shouldn't be too hard if you've been hoarding, which I certainly have. And as well, you can do this through fusions and other means, so it could potentially be possible for people to do this. It means my hoarding has definitely paid off. Also, another way of getting them is from doing Prophet Orbs in the Forest faction. Now that's interesting, because a lot of people will be asking, well MK, next week is the Prophet Orb event. Should I use my Prophet Orbs this week to go after this, or should I use my Prophet Orbs next week for the Prophet Orb event? Well, let me show you what these rewards can get you. If you can get 50 Prophet Orbs done in the Forest faction, that's going to get you 50 Hyacinths. If you can summon 5-star Forest heroes, which doing Prophet Orbs in the Forest faction will help you achieve, that's another 50 Hyacinths. So that's 100. Also, you can get 40 to 50 for free from Imps Adventure. So that also means you can probably get 150 Hyacinths for free. And that means Antlers Cane here is within reach, because that's 150 Hyacinths to get. So my friends, if you did those 50 Prophet Orbs, and you were able to get 50 5-star Forest Heroes summoned to this event, you get an Antlers Cane copy, and that's awesome. Not to mention that if you get to 100, that's a Dark 5-star hero selection chest, so this could be an Amun-Ra, a Carry, a Drake, a Forcus. There are some great heroes in the Dark faction. I really like this because it means you're getting a really good hero and an artifact for basically nothing. It's just having saved up. Newer players will struggle with this, but established players shouldn't have too much difficulty making this happen. On the other hand, the 10-star Dark Puppet requires you to get 300 Hyacinths, and that's a little bit tricky for people. I say a little bit, it's a lot tricky. It requires you to do a lot of Imps Adventure rolling, and to basically just mash through that several times. And I don't know if it's necessarily worth it unless you were already going to spend. So I don't think you should even think about getting this 10-star Dark Puppet. It is probably out of reach for most people. That said, let's take a look at the other side and see what your Tulips are going to get you. Well, 60 Tulips are going to get you a light 5-star hero selection chest, which includes any light hero in the game, except for Tussalago. If you get to 120, you're going to get a mysterious artifact selection chest, and that's great. That contains any of the amazing artifacts except for Snowheart. If you get to 220, that's going to get you a 10-star light puppet, and if you get to 350, that's going to get you 20 cores of transcendence and 50 glorious relics. Now the question is, can we get to 120 tulips? Well, I've just logged in and I'm at 102. That's all that's required, just logging in. And that's because you basically get tons of rewards for having things lit up in the gallery. So, if you take a look here, for having 6-star forest heroes built, you get 2 tulips, and there's 19 in total. So you could, in theory, if you've built every single forest hero that can be made 6-star, 2 6-star, get 38 tulips. If you have 5-star forest heroes achieved, that's 24 of them in total, you get a tulip for each of those. So that's 24 tulips I've managed to grab as well. And if you've lit up 10-star forest heroes in the hero gallery, that also is going to get you 3 tulips per 10-star forest hero. So for new players, this is ridiculous. There's no way you're going to be able to do this. But for people who've been playing for a while and have managed to summon several heroes, and we talk about the Pokédex all the time, that it's good to try and light up as many heroes here as possible. So you can see the only forest heroes I've never built to 10-star are Olivia and Flora. Therefore, I'm pretty good here. I've got 102 tulips without spending any money or doing any stuff in the events. So just by having forest heroes built and made, I'm getting tulips. And I know there's a lot of players who are very established out there that have been playing this game for several months or several years that do have a lot of forest heroes built. So for people that have been playing the game for a while, this is amazing. This is going to give us loads of tulips very, very easily. And in fact, if you look, 102 tulips means I'm only 18 tulips away from a mysterious artifact selection chest. And if I go across and look at the value packages, all I have to do is spend a little bit of money to get there. And that is bonkers. If you have all of that lit up, you can, in theory, get 110 tulips in this event. So all you'd have to spend then is $20 to get yourself the top rewards, which I think is ridiculous. For people that don't quite have enough, if you're getting around 90 or 100, I'd probably recommend instead that you pick up this, the Spring Equinox package. This gives you 5,000 gems, 30 hyacinths, which could help you push your hyacinth progress. It also gives you 30 tulips, and that's what's going to push you closer to the mysterious artifact selection chest. In addition, you also get a 5-star hero selection chest, which includes LOE, so that's nice. So that's any 5-star in the game that's non-light or dark. And also 30 dice, which is just amazing value, because dice are going to help you get more hyacinths, which is going to push you even further in this event, so you may not even have to use profit orbs. That's awesome. So in total, I think this is a really cool event for people who've been playing this game for a while. I think it's a massive reward for established players, that we can just pick up a mysterious artifact selection chest for basically nothing, for peanuts, for 20, 30 bucks. That's crazy. It's unreal. Like, this package is $50, so $50 is probably the most any established player is going to have to spend. For a lot of you that don't have forest heroes lit up, you may find this a little harder, and therefore I understand if you're going to have to spend more to get a mysterious artifact selection chest. However, the usual going rate for a mysterious artifact selection chest is usually anywhere between $150 to $200. So I find it very refreshing that people who do like to chase artifacts, like myself, only need to spend a little bit of money. I say a little bit. $50 is still a lot of money to spend on this kind of game, but it's still a nice cheap way to get a mysterious artifact selection chest compared to normal. So my take home for this event is, this is amazing. This is a great way for people to pick up some free stuff. Whether it's just your Antlers cane and your dark hero over here, if you've been playing for a while, it's going to be a light hero as well, and a mysterious artifact selection chest. Yes, the puppets are out of reach, that's going to be a paywall, and also the same for these top prizes here, but I don't think that matters. The real big prize here is this chest, and I just think it's a fantastic thing to give people. And I just think this is an awesome event for people to get their hands on some top rewards without having to spend too much money, assuming they've been playing the game for a while. And as well, guys, remember it says here that you need to obtain 5-star forest heroes. You can actually grab them from here. For every 20 flowers you plant in this garden, you'll get 50 shards of a 5-star forest hero. Any of these forest heroes here, okay, there's a higher chance that you get someone not so great, but there is still a slim chance you pick up Olivia, Rogan, or Flora, which I think's pretty cool. Even Garuda has a 4.5% chance, which is higher than Rogan, which is quite funny. But yeah, that's all exciting stuff. So actually getting these 5-star hero shards means that you can pick up forest heroes very easily this event, which means it's going to be a lot easier to pick up forest heroes just in general. So yeah, you can probably have hyacinths coming out your backside if you do this. Getting to 50 shouldn't be that difficult. And guys, I wish you luck. I hope that you can get an Antlers cane for free just by maybe using some of your profit orbs. So let's go see what next week's profit orb event looks like to see if it's worth doing your profit orbs now or next week. Well, if I'm honest, next week offers you Rogan and Oberon. And that doesn't sound that exciting. Rogan and Oberon in a profit orb event it's okay. If you don't already have a Rogan, that's nice. That's some additional Rogan copies. But for people that have been playing this game for a few months, a Rogan and an Oberon isn't really a profit orb event you want to go throwing your orbs at. And Heroic Miracle? This offers Tara. That's not even that good. So in general, I don't think next week's profit orb event offers much to get excited about. So, hell yeah, if you need to use profit orbs to get your hands on hyacinths, do it. Honestly, just do it. Throw those profit orbs in the forest faction, get yourself those hyacinths, and grab yourself an Antlers cane, because guys, that to me sounds like the best thing you could do this event, and an Antlers cane for free sounds good to me. So guys, let me know in the comments section down below whether you're looking forward to this event and what things you're going to go chasing. Are you going to get that Antlers cane for free? Can you get a mysterious artifact selection chest by not spending much money? I'm very interested how you're going to find this event. So let me know in the comments section down below how this is going to go for you. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm loving that I don't have to spend a lot of money to grab a mysterious artifact selection chest. That could be another Demon Bell for me or another Augustus Magic Ball. Two artifacts I really want to get several copies of. So yeah, very exciting. And guys, if you want to check out these event reviews every week, be sure to join me over here on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button, and if you want to check out my content live, why not join us at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy much more in the future. Until next time, happy ironing.